Okay, so the information that I'm going to share this evening is just some things that as a new leader, I feel like is important and that you're going to want to know. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go through some different slides. And Mariana, can you watch and see if there's anyone else that jumps on, since once I get into the slide mode, I won't be able to see. Okay. Okay.
Do you want me to tell you when they come on, or you want me just to note who they are?
Tell me so I can let them in.
Oh,
because there are a couple that said that they were going to hop on, but they would be a few minutes late. So I'm going to shut this door. All right, so starting out successful. All right, so looking at this, you just promoted to director or maybe advanced director, but here's an example, you know, as a director, here are the things that you're going to get. Increase in income. You're going to earn higher overrides on more people from sales of your personal team in your first generation. You're going to get a $10 bonus for every active consultant that's under you. You're going to receive 250 PC dollars when you promote. You're going to build on your skills, enjoy special privileges, receive free product samples, and then, is there anyone jumping on?
I don't even know where exactly where to see they are trying.
Okay, I can see it. I added a couple. That's okay. And then, hi, Kelly.
Hello.
Hi, Holly.
Hi.
We just started, okay? So.
Yay, okay. Thanks.
So you guys are good. Okay, so here's some different awards. Is $500 cash bonus if you're a fast track. New product samples. So with new product samples, just so you know, even if you guys have someone that promotes under you, okay? So if you guys can know how this works, okay? So from September to December, right now, you guys are actually earning new spring products. Okay, so September to December. So look at your sales, September, October, November, December. What I want you to look for is, do you have at least $12.50 in sales all 4 months? Or do you have $5,000 in sales total? Okay, so they look either at the whole month or they can break it down into like smaller $12.50. Okay, so it says right here, in order for a director's new product samples, you must submit $12.50 in personal sales. Oh, 3 out of the 4. That's what I remember. It's 3 or 4 or 4 or 4. So 3 out of the 4 months, and then 4 submit 5,000 total in all qualifying months. Okay, so if you were not a fast track director, then you're looking at those qualifications the months before you qualify. So if you guys have someone that ends up promoting, if they are a fast track, you automatically get the new products no matter what, okay? Because they know that you're doing it quick, okay? But if you're not a fast track, then this is the qualifications for those people to get those products, okay? Just so you guys know. So right now, we as directors always can earn all of the new products that come out. Okay, so you're going to be able to earn those spring products by those things that I just told you, September through December. Okay, so you're going to get $250 in PC dollars, director spoon necklace. That's advanced. That's director. Every step up, you're going to get a new necklace. Okay, there's going to be professional development. $100. So if there's a training that you're wanting to have, okay, then you can get that approved for Pampered Chef, and they will pay for $100 of training for you. Okay. So you also can get customer referrals from online orders. Okay. If someone goes through the Pampered Chef website, that customer is assigned to a director so that the customer can have a direct point of contact. So basically anyone that they didn't order through someone, they just went on pamperedchef.com and they placed an order, they get assigned to a director. And Pampered Chef sends an email and says, hey, you can reach out to this person. They can become your customer, okay, for future reference because they just hopped on the website and placed an order, okay? So you do get that going forward as a director, okay? So to be eligible for customer referrals, you must have submitted $12.50 in sales in the prior month and be subscribed to eBiz tools. Okay, so that's how they place orders is through the eBiz website. So you're going to earn more commission every month. So as a director, you definitely are going to earn more commission. All right, so what's the next step? If you're a fast track, okay, you will receive an additional $500 cash bonus when you're paid as director for 3 months in a row. Okay, so if you just promoted as a fast track director, you're going to want to be sure that you have the next 3 months that you hit your director qualifications. If you just became a fast track advanced, okay, you're going to want, your director to get those the next 3 months, to be paid at title as well. Okay, so $1,000 cash bonus when you're paid at your advanced title for 3 months in a row. Okay, so ongoing cash bonuses for all directors. When you promote a fast track director and a fast track advanced director, you also receive the matching fast track bonus. Okay, so that's a nice incentive for having a fast track director. You also get the bonuses now. Okay, all right. So where do you need to spend your time now that you're a director? So you're like, okay, here I promoted, now what? Okay, so RSVP. Okay, this is something that you're going to want to remember in your head, is remembering RSVP. Okay, R is for recruiting, S is selling, V is the very new people on your team, and P is the performers on your personal team. Okay, so one thing, guys, that you promoted, okay, there's going to be people on your team that they may never sell. They may sell very little. Okay, so that is why recruiting is super important, because there are going to be people on your team that are not performers. Okay, where you need to spend your time is with those that are performers. Okay, so always your new people because they're new. Okay, I always say help those that are showing you they want the business, not just telling you they want the business. Okay, so you don't want to feel as a director that if someone on your team just doesn't want more, they're not really doing parties. Okay, a lot of times we'll take that on ourselves and feel like we are doing something. Okay, but if you are helping these people, okay, and they're just not wanting to have the parties, sometimes there's not anything necessarily you can do. You focus on the ones that are showing you they want the business, your new people, and your performers. Okay, so you can look at this piece of pie. This is where you're spending your time. So personal selling. Okay, notice this doesn't say team sales. We're not focusing on team sales, your personal sales, personal recruits. Okay, because now that you guys promoted, it's not like, woo, I've arrived, I'm where I need to be. It stops now. I'm here. Okay, it is, I still, as a senior executive director, I am still recruiting. I am still building directors. Okay, I am still adding people to my team, because the moment that you stop is the moment that you will stop growing. Okay, so you want to continue to add people to your team because you're replacing those that do not want out of the business anything, or maybe not a lot. Okay, so if you stop all of it together, then it's eventually going to fizzle out. Okay, so you've got to continue to grow new people because not everyone is going to be a long-time Pampered Chef consultant. Okay, it's just not going to work that way. So very new people, new consultants in your first 90 days. Okay, so that's how they're considered very new. Performers are not limited to the top sellers or recruiters on your team. A performer is anyone who sets a specific goal and is working towards it. So they may not be your $5,000 sellers. They may be those, okay, I want to have $1,000 in sales. I want to have, I want to earn $500 a month. Whatever the goal is, they're working towards that goal. Okay, so those are the performers because not everyone's going to want the same thing out of this business. So personal selling and personal recruiting are the foundation of your business. Both of these skills help you promote to director. And when you continue to make them a priority, your business will continue to grow. Okay, you'll also be leading by example. When you're consistently selling and recruiting, your team is going to be watching you and they're going to be watching you grow. Okay, so be sure that you're being an example, of what you want them to do, you're doing themselves. You're doing it yourself because you can't expect them to do it if you're not doing it. Okay. All right, so some facts. Most of your income comes from your personal selling and your personal recruiting. Okay, you do earn income from your team, and the bigger your team gets, the more income you will earn. But the base of your income is always going to be your own sales. Okay, so many of the consultants may join for a specific reason and only for a limited time. When a consultant leaves, it doesn't mean you're not a successful leader. It just means that it isn't something that fits into their life at that time. You always need to be adding new consultants for that reason. As a leader, you need to set the pace for your team. You can't expect them to do something that you aren't willing to do yourself. Okay, so strategies for success. Okay, if you've been on new consultant training, or I just did a post today about, having 4 parties a week, okay, on the director page, you guys see that hashtag I posted today, every 4 get 1 more, okay? If you have 4 parties in a week and 1 recruit results from those 4 parties, I want you to go on the director page and do the hashtag every 4 get 1 more and let us know that you had 4 parties and you got a recruit from those parties, okay? Because this, every 4 add 1 more, when you start doing this, okay, week after week, your business is going to explode, okay? Because just think about how many parties you have in a month, and does that mean 4 parties, 1 recruit from 4 of those parties, okay? So this is the strategy, for success. So selling personal and team show goals. So commit to every 4, add 1 more weekly. This will enable you to keep a full calendar, which is essential to being in front of enough people for sales, future bookings, and recruit leads. When you're leading by example, your team is going to follow the same thing. So as you're adding these people, if you're teaching them the 4 get 1 more, guess what's going to happen? They're going to do it too. And then they're going to teach their people to do it too. Okay, so the more people that you are teaching, the every 4 add 1 more, okay, it will totally change your guys' team. Okay, qualifying and stressing about those kind of things, that's not going to happen when you are having those parties. Okay, so consistently make contacts every day and track them. Okay, if you guys have not attended one of the new consultant trainings, okay, I do them every Monday night. This last Monday night, I posted the recording, I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before, I can't remember, for the Monday one. And I walk through exactly how to track in your parties. Okay, I show where the tracker is, I show how to track in your parties. So that's all part of the new consultant training now. So, and I show where to find those files. So if you have not seen that training yet, I did just post the recording, or attend the next one next Monday. Okay, and you can see all of that, because that, knowing where that stuff is also going to help you show your team where it is as well, okay? But there's trackers, and it tracks the contacts. It tracks, you know, the people that have ordered. It tracks, you know, the thank yous. It tracks all that kind of stuff. So, so tracking who you're reaching out to is really important, and teaching your team to do the same is going to be important as well. And anytime that you guys are green by the 15th, okay, that is just going to take a huge amount of stress off of you, off of your team, okay? The earlier in the month that you guys can be green is considered 5,000 in sales total. So now that some of you have promoted to director, like last month, you had to have 5 people, and all 5 of those people had to be active with 150 in sales. That's going to be different this month, okay? So this month, you don't have to have the 5 active anymore. It's just the 5,000 in sales. Okay, so if Susie is not active with 150 in sales, that's okay, as long as you guys have $5,000 in sales total and you have at least 750 in sales personally. Okay, so that's going to be kind of the goal. So if you do that by the 15th, you're considered green, you know, by the 15th. And that just really helps take a lot of that stress of being a green director team. And then you have room to grow the rest of the month and change those boats, you know, to different colors versus just green. Okay. So teach them to have, you know, parties at the beginning of the month as well, your team. So following every 4, add 1 more will keep you focused on always adding the new consultants on your team. If you're running 4 shows a week, recommended to be a strong and growing director, set your recruiting goal for 4 a month. If you're running 4 shows every 2 weeks, set your recruiting goal for 2 a month. Okay, you should be asking your host 5 times about the business. I also go over that in the new consultant training, and I show how to track that too. Okay, so you should be reaching out to your 5 rockstar guests, complimenting them on being a rockstar guest in the party, and asking them if they've ever considered doing something like Pampered Chef for extra income. Okay, that document on Team PC Hotshots in the unit, step up your virtual parties, there's a recruiting post in there. And it gives the exact wording on what to message your host 5 times and what to message your rockstar recruits. Okay, so Team PC Hotshots, click on units, go to step up your virtual parties. All the wording is right there. I save it to my phone, and so I know which wording to send to who. Okay, so here's who you're going to be looking for: someone who could use extra money, someone who you think would be a great consultant, someone you would love to work with. Okay, so knowing each of your team members' income goal, okay, and what their fast track goal is. So fast track meaning as your new consultants come in, they're going to have those fast track rewards. So finding out, when are they wanting to achieve these things? How much income are they wanting? Okay, it's really important for you to find those things out about your new consultants. Okay, teach your consultants to find those 5 rockstar guests and complimenting them on the rockstar guests in the party, asking them if they've ever considered doing something like Pampered Chef, and encourage them to reach out to people outside the party, those that could use extra income, those that would make a great consultant, someone they would love to work with. Okay, you're sharing that with all of them. Keep calm and get organized. Ladies, I love me some organization, okay? So I teach this a lot on that new consultant training as well. Okay, so, oops. So if you haven't been on there, be sure to hop on. All right, so you need a spiral bound notebook, okay, just to keep track, write things in, okay? I see Mariana has hers right there. Okay, calendar. Okay, you guys have heard me talking about this Happy Planner. Okay, I use my Happy Planner all the time. Okay, I jot down my parties, my information. I keep track of a lot of things in my planner. Schedule time to work. Okay, so when I first became a director, guys, when I became a director, I had a baby. Okay, I had a 2-year-old, and I would have to work my business around nap time, staying up later at night, you know, when the kids are in bed. Okay. So that's the life that I had when I first promoted to director. I had to schedule time to work, and it was all around when my kids could do it. Okay. So it's just important to schedule that time when you are going to actually work your business. Okay. Because you're your own boss. Okay. So you have to figure out, you know, those times that you're going to work your business. I don't know from you all who has a full-time job, who has another job that they work. Nicole does.
I do.
Holly does. I know Holly does. Jennifer, do you?
I babysit full time
You babysit full-time.
with an 18-month-old, so you don't get nothing done.
Mm-hmm. Yep, trust me, I know. I know it. Okay. So asking host 5 times, go for the no, and goal tracker. Okay. So check out all those tracking devices under the units section, just so you can train your team on them too. They are very, very helpful. All right, so here's an example. I'm just going to for a second. First of all, I was on this one. Okay, so if you go on Team PC Hotshots, instead of showing you that ask the host 5 times, I'm going to be sure you guys all know where this is. Okay, so if you go on Team PC Hotshots, go to units. Okay, step up virtual parties. Okay, it's the first unit. So daily to-do list. Okay, this just is weekly agenda, gives you day-by-day instruction of what to do in your parties. Okay, if you do different things, you do them on different days. It's just a Microsoft document, so you can change whatever it is. Okay, so if you see on my desk right now, here's my tracker. Okay, I have this on my desk. I fill it out as well every day. So when I sit down, I know what I need to accomplish. Okay, so that's on here. Okay, net also, here's the virtual party tracker. Okay, so if you guys see these are also right on my desk. Okay, so where you put host name, the show, date the show starts. Now there's 5 different blanks right here for, did I ask the host 5 times? Okay, did the host join? Did you make them a moderator? How many did they add? How many actual members did they have? Okay, did I remember to record the bookings? Okay, because now that's super important, because if they get 3, you know, we have to have them recorded in the system now in order for them to get those extra 50 and free, okay, products. So bookings recorded. Who is my early bird winner? Who is my drawing winner? Okay, so I print one of these out for every party. Okay, so when they place an order, I write this information in about once a day. Here's their names. They placed an order. Did I do a thank you post in the party? Did I send them a thank you text? Okay, I am doing thank you texts now for everyone that places an order, because I have until midnight to unlock their cart. So when an order comes in, I'll shoot them a text and say, hey, thank you so much for your order. Is there anything that you're going to be wanting to add to the order? If so, I can unlock your cart and you can add to it throughout the party. Okay, they may say no, they may say yes, go ahead and unlock it. I may want a few more things. Okay, so that's the thank you text. Did I ask them to book? Okay, reminder tagging is throughout the party. Now, this is where it's important to write the names down of people that order, because you don't want to reminder tag them about ordering if they placed an order, okay? So I write down people that didn't place an order yet that I want to send a reminder tag is. And a reminder tag is just where you go into a post where they commented, and under their comment you say, hey, party closing tomorrow, here's the link to order, okay? And that will send them, that tag will send them a reminder, okay? So you can do that with people that haven't placed an order. Are they a recruit lead? Recruit lead would be people that are commenting on those recruiting posts. They want to know more about the business, okay? And then any notes you want to do. So this is for every single host. So if you have 4 parties, you have 4 of these printed out. And I staple them. I just staple them together at the top. Okay, so they are together. Okay, the next one
Do you
in
mind
here.
if I is getting some work done?
Okay, this is virtual party schedule. This is what I go over with all new consultants. Okay, so this goes day by day, exactly what to do in your parties. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen this, okay, I mean, I post this all the time. It tells what to put in the host packet. It tells what to do each day. It tells, you know, how to change the cover photo. Okay, I put what I write on my party planners on there. So this is just really, I do a host coaching call with each host. So this goes through that. So you guys can look through all this, but 3 days left, I'm changing the cover photo, and I changed the name to only 3 days left to order. Okay. I do this here. Change it to 2 days, change the name again. Last chance day to order, don't miss out, the party closes at midnight, okay? So all these just tips that you can do in your party, they're all right here in this virtual party schedule. Okay, and this one is the recruiting tips. This is the one that I was talking about. So this is how to talk to your host 5 different times and your rockstar guests. So if you need the wording, guys, take this wording, okay? So here's message 1. Message host before the party. Copy this, send it to yourself on Facebook Messenger, pull it up on your phone and send it out. Okay, here's message 2 to send your host, message 3 to send your host, 4, 5, and then down here, all your rock star guests. There's either one of these messages you can send. So you and all your people should know each of the 5 messages to send your host. And guess what, guys? On that tracker that has the 5 blanks, that's did I send my host each of the messages. Okay, so that's one. There's 5 blanks there where you can just check them off. Okay, and you can note your rockstar guests on that sheet too. Okay, so all of this information is in Team PC Hotshots under this unit. So be sure to show this to your new consultants so they have this. Okay, and I go over this on that training, so be sure that they're on the training when they join as well. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys that because I can show you this document, or I can actually show you where ours is. Okay, so team culture. Okay, what kind of team culture do you want? Okay, you want one where your people are booking shows, they are wanting more out of the business and advancing, and they're recruiting themselves. Okay, you recognize what you want repeated. Okay, so think about that. Think about what kind of stuff am I recognizing on the team pages. I'm recognizing the hashtag 4 Get You More, because I want to focus on people that have 4 parties a week. I focus on every 4 get 1 more, because who's adding people to their team as they're having these parties. On my personal team page, okay, my personal team page is just my personal team members, not, you know, all my other directors or anything like that, just my personal team page. Okay, I do the hashtag, like this hashtag for this month is Rocktober. Okay, so anything that's going good in their business, if they are booking parties, if they have someone interested in the business, if they reached one of the fast track rewards, whatever it is, tell them to go on, the team page and do hashtag Rocktober. If you don't want to do a team page just yet and you want to do a messenger chat with all your people, that's fine too. Okay. You can do different challenges. You can have them hop on there and, saying what's going on good with their business as well. Okay. And they can still use the hashtag, in a group chat as well. Okay. But have a way that you're communicating with your people. Okay. When it was 2016, so it's about 4 years into the business, I was about the only one commenting on that Team PC Hotshots page. Okay. I knew I had to change the culture of my team page. And I did that by getting my consultants involved and commenting, sharing their excitement. And the more that you recruit and you bring on these new people, the more excited they're going to be. If you're like, man, no one on my team page posts anything. Okay. Take those new people that you get, the ones that have excitement, and every time they're doing something good, say, hey, go post that on our team page. Okay. So that gets everyone else excited too. Okay. You can change the culture of your team. Trust me, I did it. Okay. And I did it in a year and went, from director to executive in less than a year. Okay. Because I changed the culture on my team. All right. So here's some different ways that you can recognize your team members. Okay. So let's say you're doing the hashtag and you're doing a couple of drawings a month with it. So you can send happy mail. Guys, I go through seriously the Target area, the dollar area, and get pens, notepads, sticky notes, anything like that. Go to Office Depot. They always have, a section of stuff. So you can do happy mail stuff. You can post and tag your team page. People just love recognition. Okay. Recognize the people on your team that are doing things that you want other people to do too. You want it duplicated. Okay. So send e-cards. Okay, so just send them a card in the mail. You know how nice it is just to get a card in the mail, because some people, they don't get cards. Okay, so post on their personal Facebook wall. Okay, so post and tag them and say, check this out. Look at what they're doing. Okay, announce it on their Facebook wall. Recognize people that they do a screenshot of their contact sheet. Okay, so maybe it's screenshotting this, taking a picture and showing how that's going. Okay, recognize if they're green by 15. So on my personal team page, I don't do it on our org page, but I recognize those that are green by the 15th. Okay, I recognize those hashtag people. I recognize people that have hit their fast track reward stuff. Okay. All right. So all of these are in, some of these images that you see, like you were green by the 15th, woohoo. Okay. You'll get paid on the 21st. These images are in our Harper Director page. They should be in the announcements. I think I put all of them. I put it in an announcement last month. So check in the announcements on the Harper Director page if there's any of these images you're wanting to use on your team page. Okay, so we have this monthly every 4 add one more tracker. Okay, that's on Dash. Okay, if they want to track, their four parties all on one sheet, and asking the host 5 times. Okay, so that's on that tracker there. It has just kind of one sheet of stuff. So those 2 images right there, the 4 parties, 1 recruit, 8 parties, 2 recruits. Okay, those are images that you guys can use on your team pages. Okay, so recognize monthly promotion achievers. If they earn the spatula this month, recognize them. Okay, so be sure you're recognizing the people that our monthly promotion achievers. Okay, here's some other ones. So when they hit their 15,000 in career sales, there's a graphic you can use. When they have hit that 1250 level, that's a graphic that you can use. You gave yourself a 3% raise. Okay. So here's one for the $2,500 level, and at 4,000 level, okay, you get another raise. Okay, so they're making 25%, 5 more in percentage than they would if they were getting that 20%. Okay, so you can watch those people that are having these high sales and recognize them. So here is the new consultant rewards. There's one for level 1. There's one for level 2. There's level 3. There's level 4. And there's all of them together. Okay, so like I said, all of these are on our Harper Director page. So you can save any of these you want, and you can use them on your personal team pages when you're wanting to recognize. So when they hit senior consultant and have one person under them, and there's one that you can use for recognition for team leader. Okay, because focusing, and I did a video today, guys, on the Harper Director page. If you didn't see that, I just went live real quick and showed a report that that you can go in and see who your senior consultants are and who your team leaders are and who you think could be someone that may promote to director. Okay, so I did a live about that today. All right, so September sales, okay? So you can look at, I can just see my first, second, and third gen, okay? But you can see that today's sales report, okay? And you can see where everyone's at, where, who has submitted, who hasn't. That's how I pull, a lot of my reports is in today's sales report. All right, so together everyone achieves more. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Okay, so who to reach out to? All of your consultants at the beginning of the month. Okay, just sending a message at the beginning of the month to all of them, letting them know a few of the exciting things going on this month. Because when you reach out at the beginning of the month, it shows them that you care about them and that it's about them. You reach out at the end of the month, it's going to feel like it's more about you and trying to hit your numbers or trying to see how many parties they have, okay? So be sure that you're reaching out, okay? Even if there's someone that hardly ever submits, you just sending out a text at the beginning of the month, checking in with them, okay, really will show them that you care. Okay, so be thinking about that. So this is just, oh gosh, you ready now? So fun tip. Okay, so this is an example of something that you can send. Hey, check out this fun tip that I learned. I can make little cute flip-flop sandwiches out of this, a scoop loop. Okay, just a fun tip for them. That's something that you can, something like that is something you can share. So when you, and then at the end there it says when you hit $1,000, you can get that cute bag. Okay, so throwing in that incentive as well. So goals. Red flags on bookings are not accomplishing their goals. Do you know their personal goals and what they want out of your business? Okay, that's why I do a new consultant call with every person that joins my team. Okay, I have one phone call with them that's, if you don't know if they have another job, or if you don't know if they have kids, or you don't know anything about them, how are you really supposed to help them in this business? Okay, so having that one phone call, okay, with them to let them know, hey, what are your goals? What do you want to make? What do you want out of this business? Okay, and teaching them how to reach out and get bookings Okay. All of that is really important for new consultants and helping them get started strong. Do you feel it is you don't know what to do or you're just not taking the time? Okay, so these are people that are not necessarily doing anything. Okay, and I already talked to you about reaching out at the beginning of the month. So you're their coach. Asking questions will empower your team to become self-thinkers. I am really bad at this sometimes. Sometimes I just want to tell them exactly what they need to be doing. And I see that they need to be doing. Instead of saying, you know, why do you think that is? Why do you think you're struggling with bookings? Why do you think you aren't recruiting? Who are you asking? What are you doing? You know, and letting them process themselves, because you'll learn more that way when they're actually, you know, when they're thinking. All right, so here's some different goals. So when you're on the phone with them, okay, and these are people that have, you know, been in the business and maybe they kind of have come to a standstill, you know, in their business. So you can ask them some of these questions about the goals, questions about their reality and their options, okay, what they're going to do. So what do they want? Where are they now? What could they do? And what will you do? Okay, so trying to find out some of these things. So these are called the GROW goals. Goals, reality, options, and what will you do? Okay, so these are some of the things that really help you get to the bottom. If you're like, I don't know what's going on with this consultant and I'm not sure how to help them, go through some of these things on this page. You'll find out a lot about the person. Okay, so do you feel you're responsible for your own success? Which bucket do you think has been holding you back? Do they not know the skill? They don't know what to do. Have they not done it enough to make it a habit? Meaning they're not having anywhere close to four parties a week. Okay, they're doing one a month, and by the time they get to the next one, they forgot what they should be doing in these parties. Okay, so is it becoming a habit, or are they struggling with belief in themselves? Okay, because sometimes the struggle with consultants, new consultants, is they don't believe they can be successful. Okay, and that's another reason on the new consultant training, I explained to them why it's so important to have 4 parties. Because guys, if they're having 1 party a week and that party flops, guess what? Their belief, they're going to stop having it in themselves. Okay, but if they're having 4, okay, guys, I was supposed to have 4 parties this week. 2 of them canceled. One of them got COVID, you know, and another one had an absolute mental breakdown and called me crying. Okay, but it happens. So if I was a new consultant, you know, and I only had 2 parties and both of them canceled, I'm gonna start feeling down. Okay, but then you have one that could be higher success, one that may not be as successful, one that may be more in the middle. Okay, but they will still feel successful even though, you know, a couple of their parties canceled. Okay, so having them know, you know, talking to these people, is it a skill, is it a habit, or is it a belief in themselves that they're struggling with, will help you learn more about how to help them. Okay, sometimes they just don't know what they should be doing. Okay. All right, 6-month reach out at the beginning of the month. Okay, there is another tracker. Okay, if you go to the reports, you go to Consultants Corner and you go to Consultant Connection Reports. Let me sign back in. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of these reports. Okay, so the one that I was talking about today is the Potential Director report. Okay, that will show you your senior consultants and your team leaders and those people that have recruits and that could possibly be your future directors. Okay. Team roster is going to show you all of your team's information, their address, their phone numbers, their emails, how to contact them, their birthdays, their anniversary, you know, their Pampered Chef anniversary. All of that information is under the team roster. Okay. So I use team roster a lot for my team. Okay. Because you can click, who do I want to see? Okay. Here's their titles. If you want to just see who has birthdays for the month, then you're just going to say all, and I want to see the month of October's birthdays. Okay, and then you're just going to apply it, and it's going to pull them all out. Or if you want to see who started Pampered Chef, okay, that's what all this says. Okay, and it'll run a report for you with all their information. Okay, I'm just going to pull some of the ones that I feel like are the most that you're going to use. So individual performance recognition. This report shows me exactly who has sales, who has recruits. This is where I pull like my top 20 for the month. Okay, so I'll show you how to change the arrow on this. Okay, so I'm going to click on October. I'm going to click on all. Let's do all. Okay, so it will show me. Now, it'll show me the rolling month. It'll also show me how much they have in sales so far. So if I want to see sales, I'm going to hover over sales. See how these arrows, if I do the down arrow, okay, it shows the highest person in sales down to the lowest, okay, by switching these arrows. If I want to see recruits, I go over here to recruits and I hit the same arrow, okay, and then it's going to pull everyone that's recruited so far this month. Okay, so any of these different things that I want to see, I can just pull the arrows and it's going to show me highest to lowest. Okay, so this is individual performance recognition. All right, so another one here, Fast Track Rewards Program. This one is going to show you everyone that's in their 30, 60, 90 days and have they achieved their rewards. So 30, 90, Fast Track, did they promote? Okay, it's going to say, did they achieve their 30? Okay, those with dates, they achieved their 90. N means no, they did not. Okay, so 1250, 25, 5,000. Okay, and it's going to show the dates that they did it. Did they get recruits? How much sales did they have? Same thing, you can take the sales and do the little arrow button. Okay. All right, so this is a great report as well to see all the new consultant recognition. Incentive point summary. This is going to be your trip information. Who is on track? Where are their points at? Okay, you're going to select the trip. Okay, this is how I can see who has achieved and where they're at. So if I want to see, okay, let's look at the total number of points. Okay, so it shows right here. Okay, where everyone is at in their points. Okay, and puts them in order. Okay, so I can see where everyone is at. Okay, I think that's pretty much the ones I wanted to show you. Okay, but be sure that you're going in here and clicking on some of these reports because they will definitely help you. And then I always am using, guys, the okay, today's sales report. Okay, it's going to show exactly where everyone is at. So, oh, that's why whole reason I got on there. So 6-month reach out. Okay, if you go to, which one is it? Not dropped. one is it? It's not a drop consultant report because that's only dropped. I wonder if they changed this because I don't see it. So consultants with sales less than $20. So I wonder if that's what they switched it to. Interesting. I don't see that report right now. They had a report that showed people that were in there, like hadn't had sales in 2 months, 4 months, 6 months. And so you could reach out to those that were in there 6 months, but they've changed a few of these. So maybe they took that report down. Interesting. So 6 months, I would always send a message to people that were in their 6 months so they know that they needed to submit something if they would like to remain a consultant. I'm gonna try to figure that out because I don't know where it's at. Okay, so let's go back here. All right, so I showed you some of those reports with the consultant connection summary there. Okay, so on here, so this is consultant connection. Okay, so you click on it said reports, you can do consultant connection, performance tracker, performance details. Okay, so here's what performance details is going to show you. Okay, it's going to show you important dates, 30-day date, 90-day date. It's going to show you commission, like where you're at month to date, but it's also going to show you like how much year to date commission you've made, how many career sales you have so far. Okay, so it's going to show you your averages. Okay, what's your average per party? Okay, have you ever looked at that? Okay, look and see what your average per party is. How many orders average do you have per show? Okay, that's important information because if you have, only 5 orders as your average, that could explain why maybe some of your parties aren't that high. Okay, how many bookings do you typically get? Okay, so this page will tell you a lot, okay, this performance detail, so that you can maintain and drive your business forward. Okay, so be sure that you guys are looking into some of this information. Okay, and this is just under reports and tracking. You're just going to go to consultant connection summary. Okay, your performance tracker. So let me show you a few things on here. Performance tracker is going to bring up all of your people. Okay, so performance tracker, it's going to bring up, you can choose which month you're wanting to look at. You can see year at a glance. If you're needing to see, okay, where are my people at in sales and how much in sales did they have last month and the month before? Okay, you can click on year at a glance. And from January to October, you can see all your people and how much sales they've had so far. Okay, so it's going to roll it all out. Okay, and you can see all your people and how much they've had in sales so far up to this year. Director summary, as you get directors under you, this will show you all your directors information. Okay, but performance details, okay, this is the button that I was talking about. Okay, that will take you and show you all of that information that was on that slide. Okay, I know it's a lot of information. Do you guys have any questions at all?
I have one, Melody.
Yes.
Sorry, my earpiece fell out. What's the chance we could maybe get some, or at least I need that. What's the chance we could get somebody to maybe do a small training on how to set up your team page?
Like as far as your group.
Right.
Holly, I mean, what I would start with is I don't set up my group on my business page. Like that Team PC Hotshots is not set up through my business page. And the reason being is because if I ever want to do an event in there, if you have it attached to your business page, you can't run any events in it. So I just set up a regular group, okay, and I add my people to it. And if you have a name, okay, that you know, a team name already, then you can add, you know, that on there, name your group that. And Holly, do you ever mess around with Canva at all?
No, I haven't a whole lot, no.
Not a whole lot. And you don't even have to have, you know, all your people necessarily on your cover photo or, you know, or whatever, you know, right now. You can just pick, you know, marketing imagery.
Right.
And use, you know, that if you want, one of the specials for the month, something like that. But basically just add your people in there and, you know, you can do posts, you know, with some of the graphics, you know, that I was sharing in here, you know. Holly, do you have them set up in a messenger group right now?
I do, but it just doesn't. I have some that, or one that puts a negative spin on things sometimes, and I just think it would be
better to
I'm
have
thinking
a
it
group.
would be better. Yeah. And that way I can post just and not specify, you know, but just post to everybody, and then hopefully you get more positive. Yeah.
So let me show you, and Holly, I can add you to like my team, so I have my Harper's Hotshots is my personal team page. Okay, so like on Harper's Hotshots, you'll see like I have this as my cover photo. Okay, so I mean, you can absolutely come in here to my cover photo and save image and use the same image. Okay, so but you can see, you know, some of the different things. Like here's my happy PC anniversary. So I tagged everyone that had joined Pampered Chef in the month of October.
Right.
So here's my winner of the drawing for Super September, because that was our hashtag for last month. Here's where I tagged, you know, those that have a birthday, you know, this month. So yeah, I shared the hashtag, you know, for October. I do the wow, you know, Wednesday. So just things like this are different on this page than I do in the org page. Okay. But on the Harper Director page, if you go in, I was going to show you guys where should be in announcements. Okay, so see how announcements, see I did it on September 3rd. These are all those images, guys, that I showed you. Okay, so if you just go in here, this is going to show you all, I put all those images in here. Okay, so you guys can use any of these on your team pages. Okay, so there's that goal sheet that I was talking about. Okay, so all of them are on here. Green by 15, trackers, senior consultants. Okay, so you can come on there and you guys can use any of these that you have. So Holly, do you want me to add you to my Harper's Hot Shots?
Yes, please. That would be great. So when you say regular group, you're just talking about through your personal page, right?
Uh-huh. Like I just do.
Okay.
Are you on my? You're already a member. You're already in there.
Okay. Well, I thought I was, but then nothing pops up anymore. So I thought maybe you'd taken me off. I wasn't
So just
sure.
go to,
Okay.
if you just go into the search, if you aren't seeing things, just go into search Facebook and just type in Harper's Hot Shots and that group will pop up.
Okay.
But yeah, so Holly, I just go into Facebook here, see more, and then groups. I mean, and you can add it to your business page if you want to, and just create a new group. Okay, but you can do, one in your pages and just set it up that way, just depending on what you'd like to do.
Okay.
So
Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. Anyone else have any questions? Anything else? Y'all good to go? Ready to rock this director thing? All right.